NHL regular season recap, night 47. We are just cruising through the season here almost as easily as the Blue Jackets cruised through the Boston Bruins. That's not a sentence I expected to say at any point during the season, but that was the case in the first game tonight. The Blue Jackets defeat the Bees 5-2. I don't even know what to say about this game, to be completely honest. Spencer Martin was the better goalie, better than both Swayman and Allmark. An interesting situation there by coach Jim Montgomery, who decided to pull Jeremy Swayman after giving up just 2 goals. Allmark comes in, gives up another 2. Not really sure if it was supposed to be a wake-up call. I don't think either goal was particularly bad on Swayman's part. Coming at you live from the editing process, upon putting on the old memory hat here, I do recall the first goal from Swayman not being all that great, but nonetheless, 2 goals is probably not worth yanking your starting goalie, so not sure exactly what was going on here in the brain of Jim Montgomery, but maybe we'll get some clarity on it in the post-game presser or tomorrow at their practice. We'll find out. Nonetheless, a huge win for the Blue Jackets, who have looked a little bit better in their last handful of games, while the Bruins are looking a bit tough. Their defense has just not been the way it was the last, quarter of the season, really. The goaltending has not been there in the same strength that it was previously, so not sure what's going on in Boston, but really just a flip script for these two teams and a big win for the Blue Jackets. The Florida Panthers taking on the Ottawa Senators, and the Sens continue to tumble down the Atlantic Division standings, while the Panthers are just red hot. They get 5 goals tonight. Reinhart with 2, Bennett with 1, Verhaeghe with 1, and Lostarinen with the final. Sergei Bobrovsky with the shutout, 20 saves on 20 shots. Korpisalo not great, stopping just 33 of 38. This team's been unbelievable. There were a ton of penalties at the end of this game. I think 10 guys got 10-minute misconducts, which is pretty funny. The ref just sent everyone that was on the ice off for the rest of the night. So a good little clip there. Go find that on Twitter if you haven't seen it already. But a big win for the Panthers, who keep on rolling, and the Sens got to change something up here because it is not working for a team that had close to playoff expectations heading into the season. The Buffalo Sabres taking on the New York Rangers after that pitiful performance in New Jersey where they mounted only 12 shots. A much better game tonight. They steamrolled the Rangers, outshooting them 39-26 and defeating them by a score of 5-1. Ugo Pekka was fantastic despite the lower shot quantity for him. He stops 25 of 26 while Shesterkin stops just 34 of 38. He was not bad by any means, don't get it wrong, but Luukkonen was definitely the better of the 2 goalies. For the Sabres, 2 goals from Alex Tuch, a goal and 2 assists from Casey Middlestat, Petarka and Okpoza with the other goals there for the Sabres. Mika Zibanejad with the only goal for the Rangers. Really a huge win for the Sabres, who had been kind of back and forth all season, but especially after a loss like that to the Devils this weekend, this was a much-needed win for them. And I'm going to keep saying it until it happens every single game. Luukkonen should be the starter for this team. He should be playing 60 to 70% of the remaining games they have, and throw in Comrie and Levi the rest of the way if they have any shot at making the playoffs, because right now he is the guy for them, and he's been playing fantastic lately. Case in point on my Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen comment with this potential save of the year candidate right here. An unbelievable effort from the kid. As I mentioned, he should be the starter for the Sabres team moving forward. The Tampa Bay Lightning visiting the Colorado Avalanche, and another statement game in this one, this time in favor of the Avs, who win their 4th in a row and 7 of their last 8. A 4-1 final here. Vasilevsky not nearly as good as he was in his season debut over the weekend, stopping 19 of 22. Georgiev with a return to form, stopping 37 of 38. This is the best game he's had in a long time, and the Avs do need to see more of this because he had a bit of a shaky patch there in the middle of things when the Avs were not looking so hot, but they are one of, if not the best teams in the league as of late. Johansson with 2 goals in this one, Makar as well, and Valeri Nichushkin with the empty netter. For the Bolts, it's Anthony Cirelli with the only goal on a nice little breakaway from him, so I'll give him credit where it's due there. But the Avs were fantastic in this one. They do get outshot pretty handily by the Lightning, but Georgiev was there when they needed him most, and they find a way to get this one done. A big 4-1 win for the Avs, who improved to 1st in the Central. The Golden Knights taking on the Calgary Flames in a Pacific Division battle, and this one ended up being a pretty good goalie battle for the majority of it. William Karlsson gets the opener about 14 minutes into the first period on the power play, and that would be the only goal until about 3 minutes into the third when A.J. Greer tied it for the Flames from Zari and Kadri. No other goals here in the third, and in the overtime we go until about 5 seconds to play when Mackenzie Weegar... Wait, what was that?
Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it! Soiled it!
Mackenzie Weegar with the pitchfork to the chest of the Vegas Golden Knights. This is a soft one from Aiden Hill. For what was otherwise a great game, this one hurts for sure. His 34th shot faced of the night. Definitely one that he wishes he could have back. They get the point either way, but you'd like to see a save there for sure. For the Flames, it's a pretty big win as they look to continue to climb out of the basement of the Pacific Division. Despite a record of 8-10-3, they are now in 5th place, so approaching the playoff conversation. In the last game of the night, the Capitals taking on the San Jose Sharks. I was in a great mood until I had to watch this game, and now I'm not. The Caps got Mackenzie Blackwooded. Big time. Big time. Stops 33 of 34, while Darcy Kemper stops just 21 of 23. Not his fault. He played a fine game, but man, we need a goal. Like, so bad. Zetterlund gets one in the first for the Sharks. That's the only one in the first. The only goal in the second is from Kuznetsov. And then in the third, Luke Cunnin, with about 7 minutes to play, scores the eventual game winner on the power play. The Caps spend a good chunk of the third period shorthanded, which didn't help their case at all. But this team, who's usually very good at keeping pucks out of their own net, is also so bad at scoring with the greatest goal scorer ever on their team. It's unbelievable. The power play has to improve. It's terrible right now. Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be it for my Caps rant and for night 47 of the NHL regular season recap. So we will catch you guys tomorrow. I think there's like 10 or 12 games tomorrow night. So another big slate. We will talk to you guys then.